There are many drivers in NASCAR who show lack of respect towards one another, just like certain drivers like Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, Joey Logano. The list goes on. In this video, we're going to be showing off some of NASCAR's lack of respect moments by drivers. I hope you've been enjoying this content recently. Feel free to always hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. We're going to start off by showing Bubba Wallace getting extremely angry at Alex Bowman during the 2019 Roval race.
Wallace showing you what was happening after the race is Alex Bowman catching his breath.
And I think we have to go back to the chicane move where Alex basically spun Bubba out, and Bubba didn't appreciate it, and he came over and...
Coming up through the ranks, Ty Gibbs was a hothead, pushing drivers around, shoving them around the track, and taking drivers out of the race. Ty Gibbs and Sam Mayer ran into each other at Martinsville, and Sam Mayer and Ty Gibbs got into it on pit road after the race. Kyle Busch was wrecked by Brad Keselowski after the 2021 Martinsville race. During his media availability, he showed his displeasure at what he thought about Brad Keselowski on that very day.
Well, he drills my ass coming out of 4 for no reason. I mean, where was he going? What was he going to do? Spin me out? He was trying to do a Harvick is what he was trying to do. For what? For second place? To do what? He wasn't going to transfer through with that. Just freaking retarded, man. So stupid. I don't understand these guys. I should beat the shit out of them right now is what I should do, but that doesn't do me any good either.
Motors and how about Johnny Morris and Bass Pro Shop and everybody who allows us to get here is pretty wild there.
Hey, you ever fucking do that?
All right, let's go down to Wendy Venturini, who is with our race winner.
He's guaranteed a spot in that playoff with a win here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Justin Allgaier, I heard you say you've wanted to win this race for a long time. Tears in your eyes. Tell us the emotion you're feeling and why it's so important.
Noah Gragson is a young driver who is not afraid to wear his emotions on his sleeves. When he's happy, he shows it. But when he's mad, he definitely will let you know if he's upset with somebody. He was upset with Daniel Hemrick after this race, and he did not hold back.
Yep. Yeah. Grab somebody, and it's going to come back the other way.
And tempers overflowed.
What? Everybody didn't know if he was going to be a fighter outside of that car. Proved that wrong. We got that settled.
Continuing off Noah Gragson, he was run into by Ross Chastain during the 2023 Kansas race. He ended up walking down to Ross Chastain's car, tried to have a few words with him until Ross Chastain sucker punched him right in the face.
Front straightaway, hard in the wall goes Hamlin, Chase Elliott.
Hard impact for Denny Hamlin.
That was a savage crash right at the start-finish line.
The inside of Chase gets loose. You see him lift out of the gas. The flames crowded Chase, got into him. But they saw some retaliation there.
Or did Keselowski get into the left rear corner of Elliott there?
I got right rear hooked in the middle straight away.
Did you think there was any kind of retaliation there, or what was the deal? What led to that?
Yeah, it's a tantrum, and he shouldn't be racing next week. Right rear hooks are absolutely unacceptable. I don't care. It's same thing Bubba Wallace did with Kyle Larson. The exact same. He shouldn't be racing. It's a tantrum.
Chase Elliott intentionally crashes Denny Hamlin after being put in the wall by Hamlin. Chase Elliott was shown on that day to have a short temper. He was hit in the wall by Hamlin and then immediately did a horrible right hook Denny Hamlin into the wall head on. On that same afternoon, Bubba Wallace and Eric Almirola during the red flag actually both got out of their cars and were having an argument with one another.
Montoya is upset. Harvick is not a guy you want to mess with.
Both batteries.
What are you doing? Watch this. Oh, here we go.
Over there and got in the face. He's out of the car.
Neither one of these guys are happy here.
Harvick saying, no, stop it. Stop it. Montoya's to instigate this thing now.
Montoya keeps pushing him, and Harvick's not a guy you want to push too many times.
Well, to be fair, Harvick is the one that walked over to Montoya.
Jeff Burton, Harvick's teammate, gets out of the car, helmet off, trying to get his teammate over.
Two fiery drivers, Juan Pablo Montoya and Kevin Harvick, got into each other in the middle of the Watkins-Glen race. With 18 laps to go, Kevin Harvick and Juan Montoya were out of their cars and ended up having a physical discussion.
Last night. In case you haven't seen this incident, let's take another look from the Texas Motor Speedway. That is Ron Hornaday in the white number 33 truck, Kyle Busch in the black number 18. They get into each other, but Jeff, after that racing incident, here's what happened that has NASCAR angry, because this happened under caution.
Yeah, under caution. You see the 18 come up and start running in the back of Ron Hornaday, and we're talking about Kyle Busch, and he's trying to spin him out. He can't get it worked out, and all of a sudden he hooks him in the right rear and turns the 33 into the outside safer barrier.
Early Kyle Busch years were pure lack of respect moments about every week. But the biggest lack of respect moment that Kyle Busch ever showed was towards Ron Hornaday in the Truck Series at Texas.
Now, 3 wide isn't going to work through 3 and 4. Sheldon Creed shoving the 19. He's sideways, but he lurches out front. The white flag one more time around. Jones gets tagged by the 54.
Whoa!
Hold on. Ty Gibbs out front. Jones around. Caution comes out.
Going back to Ty Gibbs, this just shows how unprofessional he was. He was already locked into the championship 4 and ended up wrecking his teammate who needed the victory to head to the championship race. And just like Ty Gibbs' fashion, he showed no remorse after the race. Brad Keselowski gets wrecked by Kyle Busch for no reason during the Kansas race. Kyle Busch ends up continuing on after Keselowski backs into the wall, ending his day. Keselowski gets out of his car and runs down to pit road and showed Kyle Busch's pit crew how displeased he was with Busch's actions.
That is Brad walking directly toward Kyle Busch's pit.
Guys, use your head. Don't be silly. We don't drive the car. We just work on it. Be smart.
We're going to let these next clips play, and this is just Brian Vickers having lack of respect, lack of driving abilities, and just lack of awareness all in one go.
This is when Brian showed the early signs of the never-before-heard-of condition that I named after him. Here, he overdrives into the corner and nails Regan's spin. And this time, he runs into Montoya, which, hey, it's sometimes understandable. But in this case, it's part of a bigger pattern. Brian then drives in too deep again. This time he takes out Jamie McMurray. And here's the reason why we need to build awareness, Steve. Because McMurray doesn't know Brian has a problem. He just thinks Brian's a dope. So he retaliates. This is not helping Brian with his problem. More symptoms emerge. After wrecking 3 times, then you race too hard with a guy in a championship fight. This is over the edge, but you just keep beating on him until he gets sick of it. He doesn't know you have Vickernism, so you see even more people thinking you're a dope.
Spot for him with his 4 fresh tires. Oh my. That's what that was. Matt Kenseth had just come back on the racetrack.
Chastain up the racetrack. Here comes the 11.
They lean on each other a little bit. Chastain into the wall.
Hard into the wall. He goes around. He'll hit the inside wall as well. Caution has come out.
Big damage to the 4 car of Harvick. He came across, the 1 car came across the nose of the 4. And he has severe damage.
Chastain drives in the corner deep, gets up the racetrack. Hamlin immediately up the racetrack, pushes Chastain out of the line and into the wall.
After being run into multiple times by Ross Chastain, Denny Hamlin had had enough. And he showed Ross Chastain who he was dealing with and how feisty Denny Hamlin really is.
Truex has to hold the 1 off and the 43 off, the 1 back to his rear bumper as the 48 continues to try to take the lead from the 11. Oh! The 11 around!
The 11 goes around, and the caution will come out. A restart.
How about that?
And this is going to get interesting.
Oh, boy.
Denny Hamlin not happy with the way Bowman raced him.
Hard, Denny. Be hard. Big picture here. Big picture.
He's just a hack. He's just an absolute hack. He gets his ass kicked by his teammates every week. And terrible. He's just terrible, and he sees one opportunity and he takes it. But obviously, he's got the fastest car every week, and he runs 10th. So he didn't want to race us there. We had a good, clean race. I moved up as high as I could on the racetrack to give him all the room I could, and he still can't drive.
With just a handful of laps to go in the ultimate cutoff race to make the championship race, Denny Hamlin was leading the race and battling non-playoff driver Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman ended up sliding up into Hamlin, spinning him around, almost costing him a championship 4 spot. After the race, Hamlin showed how displeased he was with Alex Bowman while pushing his car up against Alex Bowman, flipping him off, and then calling him a hack in his post-race interview. I hope you've enjoyed this video of NASCAR lack of respect moments. If you enjoyed this video and want to watch more, feel free to watch my channel where there are plenty more videos just like this. Remember to always like, comment, and subscribe. God bless.